Bonding assignment number 7, writing ionic formulas. So the last lesson we learned how to write a formula after we constructed dot diagrams and drew the transfer of electrons. The way we did that, to refresh your memories, was something like this. MgCl here, we did Mg has 2 valence electrons, Cl has 7. Mg gave 1 to this chlorine. We need another chlorine. Mg gave 1 here. And then what's our formula? How many Mgs do we have in our picture? 1. How many Cls? 2. MgCl2. There is an easier way to do this. You don't have to draw the whole thing out. There is an easier way. The easier way is called the crisscross technique. So what you would do is, I went a little bit smaller. That was a little big. What you do is write the MgCl. We want to write the formula for MgCl. What's the charge of Mg? Mg is in group 2. It gives 2 electrons away to become 2 plus. Chlorine is in group 17. It gains 1 electron to become 1 minus. So how do we write the formula for that? The crisscross technique is to use those ion numbers, to use these to be our subscripts. We cross them over. The 1 goes down to the Mg, and the 2 goes down to the Cl. So Mg gets the 1, and Cl gets the 2 for our final formula, MgCl2. Let's do another one here. We got Mg again, Mg, and P. We want to write the formula for MgP. What's the charge of Mg when it forms a stable ion? 2 plus. We're not going to write the plus. Phosphorus is a 3 minus. There's our numbers. Now what is our formula? MgP. The number on P goes down to Mg, 3. The number from Mg goes down to P. So crisscross. See how we're crossing the number? Cross the numbers, and our formula is Mg3P2. That's our formula. Let me, excuse me. Let me do another one. A, L, and O. The charge of aluminum is normally 3 plus. The charge of O is normally 2 minus. If we crisscross them, what's our formula going to be? Al2O3. I'll do one more. Ks. K and S. K is normally in group 1. It is always in group 1. It's 1 plus. S is in group 16, so it's 2 minus. We crisscross our charges. The 2 goes down to the K, and the 1 goes down to the S, and our formula is K2S. Okay, so now the paper that you need to practice on looks something like this. This is the first 2 on the side that says assignment number 7, ionic bonding with charge. This is the one at the top right-hand corner. How do you fill this in? Valence electrons. So valence electrons for calcium go here. How many valence electrons does calcium have? It has 2. How many valence electrons does sulfur have? 6. So what is the ion formed then normally by calcium? Calcium gives those 2 away to be 2 plus. Sulfur gains 2 more. 6 plus 2 is 8. So it gains 2 more. It gains 2 what? Negative charges, so 2 minus. Now what is our compound formula? CaS. How many of each do we have? You bring down the 2 for the S. So you'd bring down the 2 for the S, and you bring down the 2 for the Ca, and you get Ca2S2. But when they're the same number, it simplifies to just CaS because we're looking at a ratio. How many C's is there? How many CAs is there for how many S's? If it's 2 to 2, that's the same as 1 to 1. So in this particular example, it's CaS. Anytime your subscripts match, anytime your charges really are the same number, when it's 2 to 2 or 1 to 1 or 3 to 3, you just write the formula because CA5 and S5, how many CAs are there for how many S's? It's the same. It's 1 to 1. Every one CA is 1 S, so it would just be CaS. Let's look at this one, sodium and fluorine. Na, valence electrons is 1. F, valence electrons is 7. Ions formed. Na becomes 1 plus, F becomes 1 minus. What's the formula for the compound? They are the same number, so you don't need to do any crisscrossing. It's just Na and F, no subscripts necessary. So I wanted to switch over here and do one more from your paper. Find this one. That is the sodium and oxygen one. Sodium and oxygen. Sodium, valence electrons, 1. Oxygen, 6. Ions formed, Na1 plus, oxygen 2 minus. What's our compound going to be? NaO. How many of each of those do we have? We crisscross our numbers. The 1 goes down here to the O, and you don't write a 1 if it's a 1, and the 2 goes down here for that Na. So our final formula, Na2O. Finish the rest of the assignment number 7, ionic bonding and ionic charge. And on the back, you have this paper, and you need to also complete it. Name the following. Remember, you just write the first part, BARIUM, write the metal first, and then change the non-metal from chlorine to CHLORIDE, chloride. And then the bottom of this paper is more formula writing. Just do the crisscross. So finish both sides of that paper, rewatch the video, and or see me if you have questions. Have fun.